Well, obviously, Illinois is a very good basketball team, and love Brad and love how they play. Yeah, I think he puts his guys in the positions they need to. But we did too many things when it counted that were just too deflating. You know, you start missing 10, I think we counted 10 shots at the rim, and are they easy? No, but, you know, they were making some of theirs. Obviously, put us in a position we were having to go down and help, and they did a great job kicking out. You'd like to think that we could do the same thing, but they're not going to come double if they don't until we score at the rate we need to. But, you know, just too many things that we did a great job rebounding throughout the game, really until the last 4 minutes. And I still think our guys don't understand exactly what goes into winning, the way they need to. And Bishop, I thought, he always plays hard. He's trying to do it. He's got a voice, and I appreciate him trying to let his guys know how hard it is to win at this level and play 40 minutes. And we haven't done that 3 games in a row. Now, we haven't really done it since the Houston game, where we put together 40 minutes. And the competition that we're playing right now, they're going to take advantage of it if you don't. And Illinois certainly did that.
Rick, you said a minute ago that you don't feel like this team understands what affects winning. What do they not understand about it?
Little details, not listening, coming out of timeouts, not doing what we say we're going to do, taking the ball out of bounds when you're not supposed to, free throw blockouts when it's it's still a 9-point game, giving up, when you've dominated there, it's finishing plays and free throws. I mean, I think free throws, think about it, we were 8 for 18 from the free throw line, and when you're not shooting it well from the 3, and we're 6 for 20, and it's just little things, details. It takes a lot of that to go into it, and execution and that is coming out of a timeout. Like, anytime we get a rebound and we're going to push and we're going to try to, if we can get something before the defense gets set, we're going to try to do that. But if not, we've talked about what we're going to do, but we don't get to it, and that's a problem that we've got to get fixed.
Are those kind of problems something that can be worked on in a 10-day off?
Yeah,
something
again,
in games that you have to learn.
I'll be honest, it's something that we've worked on it again, and I think the answer to that question, I think, is they know what they're supposed to do, but they're not doing it. Is the best way I can tell you, and I think they would tell you that. Would you agree with that, Bishop? They know what's supposed to happen, and I think what happens is some guys play the game, other guys know how to work the game, and we're not at that position yet with all 5 guys understanding how to work the game, and some guys are just playing it with no point of focus in terms of what we need to do to win the game.
And in the back,
Rick, back here in the back, just with Nate struggling again tonight, did you see him take any steps forward with shot selection or pressing, or is he still kind of struggling with the same things you've been talking about?
Again, I thought tonight he didn't come out as aggressive as we'd like to see him do, and then he still has to understand the game, and he's got to shoot his shots when he's open as opposed to going too deep. He keeps driving it. I know he wants to get fouled and try to impact the game that way. Nate's going to work at it, and it's all new for him. He's getting game plan for like he's never gotten game plan for. He's learning how to play defense on the perimeter for the first time in his life. Teams are obviously saying, hey, we can go at him here, try to get him in a switch situation, back him down, all that. That's all part of his growth process, but he'll figure it out. Because he's such a good kid, and he's unselfish, obviously, but we'll get him going, and he'll get himself going.
Are you comfortable, I guess, with the percentage of shots that are being taken by Jacoby and Nate at this point, or would you prefer a little bit more balance? How does that need to shake out?
No, we need more balance here. That's a glaring stat tonight. They went 10 for 34. Was it 10 for 34 with 5 turnovers? That's 10 for 39. But with that said, our post guys got to score some of those baskets. They've got to score them. We get the ball where we want to get it, and guys aren't. The same things. It's inconsistency, but and then on the other end, the post guys have to guard. But we 8 for 18 from the free throw line. That's a problem. That's a problem, and we've seen guys make some of those, and you play these games for a reason. I don't think there's any question from a preparation standpoint. Our guys tried to I think they did. I think they prepared the way we'd like for them to prepare. But when the game goes on, they lose all thought of what we're supposed to be doing. And that goes back to playing the game instead of understanding how to work it. And it's a very delicate fine line there, but especially older guys should understand it. You get it from younger guys sometimes. It takes them times, but older guys that have played enough need to understand that, and we're not there yet.
Rick, just what were your impressions maybe of Keaton Wagler as you scouted Illinois, and did tonight change any
Do
of
what?
it? What were your impressions of Keaton Wagler, 23 for Illinois, as you scouted, and then did he change those at all tonight?
No, I thought, again, our coaches, just like their coaches, I just told the team, believe me, there's no secrets in this. We had them scouted. We did. We had them scouted, and they didn't give us anything that we didn't think. I mean, you can look at, some nights, you can say Stojakovic, I think, was averaging, 16 coming in. Didn't get it tonight. Other guys step up because they've got a good team. But, and give Brad a lot of credit. I thought he found, they were going after Jacoby. They were going after Nate. They were trying to, they took advantage of some switches, but I thought they played really smart basketball, going inside out with it. The same, because they were putting us in a situation where we're having to dig. Often we never once said we're going to trap. We never said that, but a couple of times guys on their own went to do that, and we got burnt with it. And they're playing hard. They are, but they're not playing smart. And that's where we got away from the scouting report a little bit. But I really like Kylan Boswell. I really like him. I think he really ran the game. I thought he was a guy that you look at his numbers, point guard, what he does, and the way he does some things. I really feel like he's the glue to that team in terms of how they play.
Yeah, Rick, the issues you're talking about, how concerning is that at this time of year? Is it natural when you're bringing in a lot of new players, or is
Well,
it?
no, we have 11 new players, and so many of them have never been in this situation. They haven't. But is it concerning? It's concerning when you don't play the way you practice. That's what's concerning, and that's what I've said, and we still didn't do it. Bishop is a guy that you watch him practice. He does what he does in practice. Does what he does in games, and you don't want surprises. But right now we are who we are, and the fact is we're inconsistent. And I said that to the team the other day. That's why we need everybody. Jacoby's 3 games in a row, Nate 3 games in a row where they've really struggled. And so it's not like we're going to say we're going to count on these 2 guys every night. But when you look at the stat sheet, 40 offensive possessions out of, how many was it? Out of 65 of them. And we got to be more productive there. And again, we need those guys to produce. We do. But we also need, when they're not doing it, those other guys, we need those free throws. We need those 2-point buckets, those point-blank layups. And we think we're good. Most teams score them. We need to score them. But it's the inconsistency of where we are right now. We've got to get consistent.
Rick, considering all those new guys, how important is this next 10-day stretch where you don't have to do a scout, you can just practice and just focus on your team?
I don't know. I'd rather be playing. I don't think we need practice. We're good in practice. We're good in practice. Why do you think we're good in practice?
Play hard.
Because I'm doing it. I'm doing it. He can have his voice, but the other guys got to do it. I can stop him in practice. I can't stop the game. If you give me 10 timeouts, we'd win this game tonight. But I can't. We don't have that. It goes back to we've got to play how we practice, and you got to realize every game takes on its own personality, and we haven't been able to adjust to that. But again, I'm not looking at it like we got this much time to practice. I'd rather be playing games, but we'll keep. It's a long way to go. I've been through, a lot in my time, obviously, and again, we're certainly not our best in November, December now. I know that we got a chance to be a good basketball team. We've proven that, but we've let just some things creep in, and it's nothing that can't be fixed. We got to get some guys confident in the way they. How do you think you get confidence, Bishop? Answer that question.
I think just repetition and practice. Like you said, doing the things we practice, we're not doing it right now.
And that's what it gets down to.
I saw 4 more hands up. We'll go Ryan, Ben, Paige, Joe.
Bishop, were the defensive issues in the second half? Do you feel like those were more mental or physical? What led to that?
Definitely mental. I think I see it every day in practice. You know, we watch a lot of film, and then we go clean it up, and then we'll get to the game. And I think we do it in the first half, and then we'll just have like segments where there's lapses, and you know, to win against good teams like this, we can have those little messed up details.
Bishop, how can you help this team, these 11 newcomers, learn to win and continue to or improve on taking care of the details?
Yeah, I think I was blessed to get a good look at it from guys last year who had been a part of it, you know, and knew what it took to win at the highest level. And I think part of it for me is, as much as I may not agree with some of those fouls calls, I got to make sure that I stay out of foul trouble and can be on the court, and even when I'm not, be a voice, you know, on the bench to just, you know, keep up with my teammates.
Barnes, sorry, one more for you back here. After 3 straight losses, what message do you hope that this game or this stretch sends to the team as you move forward to January?
It really, 3 losses, 3 wins, he'll tell you our message every day is we got to get better. We got to improve. You got to get better a little bit each day. That's our whole philosophy, what we're about. Players have to get better, coaches have to get better, team has to get better, and we got, what, 25, 30 more games to go, and we got a chance to do it, you know, and but it's all about getting better.
Yeah. Rick, just when it comes to vocal leadership, where is that right now, especially when things start, you know, going poorly on the floor? Where is that, and who do you need to step up there?
We don't have it right now. You know, he's out there. He'll talk some, and obviously, but you answer that, Bishop. You're out there.
I mean, I feel like I'm trying to take on that role and talk, and I'm talking in timeouts. I mean, we see it from JP, and I think we see it from everybody, through like periods, but just consistently, we need everybody to have a voice, whether they're in the game, on the bench, just everybody. It takes everybody to win games like this.
But the answer is not there yet, the way it needs to be, and we need it. You really need it from your guards more than anybody, and we don't have that yet.
Knoxville, national media,